Hello, friends.
He's the gay advice fairy.
As previously mentioned in this video, last week the Supreme Court struck down Section 4 of the Voting Rights Act of 1965. It was an important piece of legislation that required Department of Justice approval before any changes to voting laws were made. Between 1986 and 2002, the Voting Rights Act helped prevent the passing of over 700 racially discriminatory laws. Within 24 hours of the ruling, 5 states had already passed voter ID laws which are notorious for excluding minorities as well as student voters, persons with disabilities, transgender persons, and the elderly. I wonder which party these people generally vote for. What was that? I wonder which party is putting through this legislation. Was that an elephant? Historically, when voting rights are attacked, it's done to facilitate attacks on other rights. It is no mistake that the groups who are behind this are simultaneously attacking very basic women's rights, environmental protections, labor rights, and educational access for working people and minorities. So today's advice is all about how to vote. Stay informed. It is crucial that everyone keep track of what's going on with voting rights in their state. Many states will now require a specific government-issued photo ID in order to vote. It's also important to keep track of what elections are going on. Voter turnout statistically drops off the deep end on non-presidential election years. Specifically, Virginia and New Jersey have gubernatorial elections this year, and turnout for those elections is even lower. Knowledge is power. If you know when to vote and how to vote, it'll be that much easier. Stay involved. Remind your friends and family of the importance of voting and of registering early. When your friends bring up things that trouble them in the government, remind them that they have a say in what goes on. Volunteering was also the crux of the 2008 election and 2012 re-election of President Barack Obama. Volunteering and donating to campaigns are not to be underestimated. Stay angry. During a presidential election with ad campaigns targeting emotional issues such as abortion, it's very easy to stay angry and involved. What's important is to not let that anger slip back into complacency, but turn it into activism. If we allow these legislators to strip us of our voting voices, it won't be long before those same legislators take advantage of us in other ways. Those are my 3 steps to voting. Stay informed, stay involved, stay angry. The most important thing to remember is that the reason that Republicans are putting forth this legislation is because they are scared shitless by the amount of power we have. They know that a lot of people in the United States are getting sick and tired of the religious dogma and the irrational bullshit that they're shoving down people's throats. They know they can't win in a fair fight, so they're trying to make the fight as unfair as possible. We have the power, and we can make this country a safe place for all people. Well, that got intense, didn't it? To make up for it, check out my American flag manicure.
Now it's time for Comment Closet.
Welcome to the Comment Closet, where I respond to all your lovely messages and comments. On my advice video, How to Deal with Forever Loans, Doglover625 said, "Great video, keep it up, thanks a bunch." And on my advice video, How to Be Beautiful, this was the #1 comment I got. Both on the video itself and in person with my friends. And looking back on it, I kind of called this, but oh well. Finally, it's time for the
Awesome and awful moment of the week.
Despite a growing trend in violence against GLBT individuals, especially the T, in many parts of the United States we're fortunate enough to be able to celebrate Pride openly, unlike in Russia, where a law was recently passed banning homosexual propaganda, which basically illegalized acknowledging the fact that GLBT people exist. Despite this, Pride was still held in Moscow this weekend, and unfortunately many people suffered grievous injury at the hands of homophobic protesters. Awful. Please keep them in your thoughts as we wrap up Pride Month here in the States, along with all the other GLBT people around the world who can't celebrate their identities openly. Coy Mathis, an adorable transgender first grader in Colorado, has won the right to use the restroom that matches her gender. Fairly recently, Coy's mother received a call from the school informing her that Coy would no longer be allowed to use the girls' restroom. Coy's mother filed a lawsuit against the school under the Colorado Anti-Discrimination Act, and won. This is a really big deal. This is the first time a transgender student has won a case against their school and had their rights upheld. Awesome. Thanks so much for watching. I'm the Gay Advice Fairy, otherwise known as the Mo in the Mask. If you need advice, please hit me up on Tumblr, Twitter, Facebook, or Google+. I put out new videos every Monday and Friday, so please be sure to subscribe for advocacy, advice, and other things nice. Thanks so much for watching.